Hi there, this is Christina from justinandchristina.ca. Welcome to episode 2 of Workout Wednesdays, our ab flattening mini series. Please note, this video is for educational purposes. Always consult your physician, nurse, doctor, or health practitioner before starting any kind of movement therapy or exercise program. Here we go. Today we're going to be doing a 4-part section of exercises based on Pilates. So, this is an ab flattening routine specifically because, unlike basic crunches where people lift their heads and stick out their abdominals, the basis of Pilates for this type is that we want our belly button and lower back to feel like they're compressing together, and we call this belly button to spine. In this case, we're going to be also thinking about contracting our Kegels. Yes, men have Kegels too, and our glutes to try and help bring our spine to the mat. In this way, our thoracic cage, when we contract, is lifted through the exhale, and we're not actually lifting our heads. Our head is being lifted by our thoracic cage, so no head pulling. So, step 1. We're going to put our legs about hip width apart, and we're going to warm up with the first Pilates exercise. Here, our glutes are going to be helping the movement as well as our Kegels. And we're going to do a Pilates head basket for our head. So here we're interlocking our hands and putting them near C1 and C2. And our thumbs are actually just on the sides of your sternocleidomastoids, of your scalenes here, to help support your neck. So you're not pulling on your head, you're supporting your head with a Pilates head basket. So here we go, warm up. Feet are about hip width apart. Lift up your toes so that you can push a little bit with your heels. So as you've probably heard in my other vlogs, I have a scoliosis and a lordosis at the same time. So I have to really push in with my glutes and exhale to lift up. So this is the first exercise. So we're going to be doing a warm-up. So here we go. Squeeze Kegels, glutes, and lift 1 and 1, and down 1 and 1. Squeeze belly button to spine, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Remember, I don't want my abs out, I want them into the floor. 1 and 3, 1 and 3. No pulling on the head. Contract, 1 and 4, 1 and 4. Squeeze. Exhale, 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Squeeze. 1 and 6. 1 and 6. Contract. 1 and 7. 1 and 7. Squeeze. 1 and 8. 1 and 8. Squeeze. 1 and 9. 1 and 9. For 15. Kegels. 1 and 10. 1 and 10. Squeeze. 1 and 11. 1 and 11. Exhale out. 1 and 12. 1 and 12. Squeeze. 1 and 13. 1 and 13. Squeeze. 1 and 14. Flat, flat, flat. 1 and 14. Last one. 1 and 15. Feel belly button to spine, lower back in and down. 1 and 15. Lift up both legs. Relax the head and the arms, and we're going to go to exercise 2. Exercise number 2 not only works our abdominals and our Kegels, but also works the inner thighs, the adductors. There's different levels. So the legs are up according to your flexibility. Please don't push to the point where you'll feel it in your hamstrings and your calves. There shouldn't be a massive stretch. Our feet are out in Pilates position, but our heels are together. When you squeeze those heels, you should feel your inner thighs activate as well as your Kegels and your abs. Men, women, it doesn't matter. What's important is that when you squeeze the heels, you feel that you're activating your inner thighs as well as your Kegels. Also, number 2, this position can be done all the way in froggy position. It doesn't matter. Much easier because the lever is shorter, but as long as you stay within your level. We basket our head, remember the Pilates basket, and here we go. We want to contract, ab flat, squeeze the butt, 1 and 1 for 15, and down. Abs do not come out. They want to become like a C curve. Exhale, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Squeeze, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. If you have to put a hand, 1 and 4 on your abs to try and keep it in, 1 and 4, do so. And you can also go down, 1 and 5. If the legs extended are too expensive, 1 and 5. Here we go, 1 and 6, 1 and 6. For 15 if you can, 1 and 7, 1 and 7, 1 and 8, 1 and 8. Squeeze, 1 and 9. When I say squeeze 1 and 9, it means heels together. 1 and 10, abs, inner thighs and heels. 1 and 10. 1 and 11, 1 and 11. Exhale, 1 and 12, 1 and 12. Lift to where you can. 1 and 13, 1 and 13. 1 and 14, 1 and 14. And belly button to spine. 1 and 15, 1 and 15. Bring the legs down, support your knees and relax. We're going to exercise number 3. For exercise number 3, the leg that's going to extend up to the sky, and of course you can have the knee bent, as long as your abdominals are the ones holding the leg. The intensity of this exercise is determined by the lever of this leg. So this would be beginner, and the more you can get down to the floor without your lower back lifting. So you have to be able to use your hips and your abs to stabilize this leg, will determine the position. This leg is going to stay 90 or about 30, doesn't really matter. And this one you can play with the height. We're gonna extend our arms, inhale, exhale, squeeze the abs and the kegels and lift, try and touch the supporting the upper leg anywhere you can on the tibia, and inhale. And we're going to do 10. Exhale, 1 and 1 and down. Exhale, 1 and 2. Don't do it quickly. 1 and 2. You want it to be muscular, not the momentum. 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 for 10. 1 and 4 and 1 and 4. Exhale, 1 and 5, 1 and 5. Belly button to spine. 1 and 6 and 1 and 6. Ab flattening. 1 and 7. Don't let your abs out. In. 1 and 7. 1 and 8. 1 and 8. 2 more if you can. Belly button to spine. Exhale, 1 and 9 and 1 and 9. And exhale, 1 and 10 and 1 and 10. Bring the other leg back. Get ready for the other side. You want to do the same amount on both sides. Extend the leg to where the other one was as much as possible. And inhale, belly button to spine. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. Exhale, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Exhale, 1 and 3 and 1 and 3. Exhale, 1 and 4 and 1 and 4. And 1 and 5. Remember, 1 and 5. My lower back does not hurt. 1 and 6, because 1 and 6, my abs are contracted. So are my glutes. 1 and 7, 1 and 7, and 1 and 8. My back is flat. 1 and 8. If you have to lift up your leg, 1 and 9 and 1 and 9. Do so to protect your back. And 1 and 10 and 1 and 10. Bring the leg back in and relax. One final exercise. Final exercise number 4. We have to respect our flexibility and of course the ability of your hips to do this exercise. The legs are going to come up. We're going to again place our heels together into Pilates movement. So it's going to work the inner thighs, and we're also looking to work the obliques, the waist. Hands are up, and like I said, you can do this movement with your legs at a shorter lever. So here, what we want to do is support the head in a basket. Exhale, close the legs together while squeezing your heels so that you feel your inner thighs. Here we go. Close, exhale, 1, 1, down. Again, lower back, flush to the floor, belly button to spine. Squeeze heels, heel, and place the knees together, 1 and 2, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 3, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 4, and come back, squeeze, lift where you can, 1 and 5, and come back, squeeze, 1 and 6, and come back, squeeze, 1 and 7, and come back, squeeze all you can, 1 and 8, and come back, squeeze, 1 and 9, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 10, and come back. Get ready for the other side. Again, my lower back is always flat, belly button to spine. I don't let it curve out. We want to protect our back and flatten our abs. Other arm, here we go. Squeeze heels, knees together, 1 and 1, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 2, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 3, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 4, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 5, and come back, squeeze kegels, butt, inner thighs, 1 and 7, and come back, and squeeze, actually I skipped 1 and 7, and come back, we have 3 more, and squeeze, 1 and 8, and come back, and squeeze, 1 and 8, and come back, 2 more, squeeze, 1 and 9, and come back, last one, squeeze, 1 and 10, and come back. We relax the legs, let the head go down, and now we're going to do 2 short stretches to try and relieve some of the hip tension and abdominal tension we created. The stretch, let's do this gently, so for those that have weak lower backs, we don't hurt ourselves. One leg, other leg. I'm placing my legs like in a froggy position, and here I'm allowing my natural lordosis to come up. So I'm pushing my knees down to stretch the inner thighs, and I'm extending my arms. I'm trying to reach for towards the full extension of my shoulders without injuring myself and letting my whole body go. Here I'm trying to stretch, and now I'm exaggerating. I'm doing the opposite of what I was doing for the abdominals, and we're staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're slowly tucking our lower back in and turning gently into child's pose. Legs are going to be wide to try and stretch out the inner thighs. Hands are reaching. We go down. Stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck in that pelvis, protect the lower back, and roll 1 vertebrae at a time. And that was our 4 exercises for episode 2 of Workout Wednesdays. So for episode 2, we did 1 set of each abdominal Pilates inspired exercise. First one was a warm-up, and the 3 other ones were more muscular. If that's too easy, try and go back and do a second set of this workout. That way you'll get a higher level of ab flattening results. Remember, when I say ab flattening, it's to teach you that your abs are going belly button to spine and you're not sticking out your rectus abdominis. You want to work those transverse, those internal muscles. So, great Workout Wednesday. And if you'd like to see more of our videos, please press the subscribe button and hit the notification button. If you'd like an additional workout for booty, you can see our episode 1 of Workout Wednesdays linked in the description or the video. See you next time.